A nice big roll of flooring ready to reveal, and now is the time. Good job. The first peek!
We are Gavin and Emily, and we bought a school bus to turn into our dream home. Welcome to our adventures.
Hey guys, welcome back to the bus. We are here for a long weekend, so we're hoping to be pretty productive. We're gonna work on finishing up the door, we're gonna work on topping off our wheel well boxes, and we're gonna work on putting down our flooring, which is super exciting.
Just taking some of our extra foam board from our subfloor and cutting it to put over this wheel well just to give it a little more insulation and sound dampening. So we'll put a curve of this around that, and then we'll put a box around the wheel well and fill in the rest of the space with some spray foam.
Now that we finished the subfloor of the bus, we're going to go around anywhere there's like a small crack, and we've got a little can of expanding foam, and we're gonna fill in those cracks just so everything is as insulated as possible.
I'm gonna start cutting out 2x4s for the window boxes. Just need 8 of those.
Next up, I'm gonna cut the plywood we got to cover the top of the wheel well, since my wood shop is open and ready to go. And then we can fill these with insulation and cover them up.
The insulation we're using is a blow-in insulation that we're just gonna crumble by hand. It's actually all like green fiber, recycled material. It's pretty natural, so we're not worried about getting it on our hands or like breathing it in. It's very fire resistant, and it'll just be really easy to fill up these holes with it. All right, it's 85% recycled content. Let us know in the comments if it's 15% cancer.
Oh no.
I think it's fine. The guy I saw on YouTube was also barehanded, but
Don't believe what you see on YouTube at kids.
Throwing it in here, so just taking it out, breaking it up. It's dark outside, we're working under the lights, and it's time to say goodnight to these wheels.
Good night, wheels. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, 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 ah, oh. Help.
Maybe it's time for Emily to go to bed too. Just fire some screw-ins and we have ourselves some boxes.
Nice.
Plywood will sit right on top of the pink foam on top of the wheel well, so it should be very structurally sound. Go ahead, hop up on there. Not a crack or a tremble.
We have wheel well boxes! Yay!
Sturdy.
Since we're working on trying to get the flooring done this weekend, what we need to finish first is insulating and putting plywood in our little stairwell. So right now Gavin is measuring what cut of insulation we need for this top stair, because our flooring is going to come all the way over to where that plywood and insulation ends. So I just finished cutting the foam board for the stairwell sides and top stair. I used just what we had left over from our original subfloor foam board. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm just going to use these pieces as a template to cut out the plywood for the two sides and the back. And then we'll have what we need to put down our flooring, and we can finish the rest of the stairwell later. Looks kind of cute pink. All right, the plywood pieces are cut for the edges of the stairwell. They look pretty good. So last thing, we're just going to put a couple screws through to anchor them, just like we did for the subfloor, and then we'll be ready for flooring. If you've been following us on Instagram since the beginning, you know we've been teasing our floor reveal for a while. We thought we were gonna be putting our flooring down a little bit earlier in the process, but we've had it here, a nice big roll of flooring ready to reveal, and now is the time. So take your one last guess, pick your favorite. Let's see what we chose. The first peek. Go, go, go. Woo! It's beautiful.
Really too long.
Gavin's first steps on the floor. First steps of the rest of your life. How does it feel?
Scary to put my work boots on it, but it's going down and there's still a lot of work to be done, so I better get used to it. So while Emily has been finishing out, framing out our floor, getting all these little extra pieces in, I've been measuring out where we're gonna cut the vinyl roll. So we need to cut out a space for the stairwell, where it comes around the bottom of the seat, and our two wheel well boxes. So I've just been taking our giant roll, measuring it out, and I've just been writing on it with pencil because I think that'll come right off. Just making a few more lines and we should be able to cut it, put it on the bus, see if it fits, and if it does, glue it all down.
Mostly a couple little trim cuts here and there, but it looks awesome. Yay.
It looks like a bit of a mess, but we got the big piece rolled in all the way from the front to the back along the one side, so we have 6 feet over. Now we're just going to take the rest of our scraps and piece in along the far side, the top of the bed, and along under where the kitchen would be.
Yeah, so we're not super worried about this seam where these odd pieces are going to go, because every single one of those seams is going to be covered by either our cabinets or the bed. So we're just putting it down so we have a nice even flooring all the way across, but the seam will be covered anyways. Hi. Oh, it's so close. Not quite. The floor is ready. It's time to glue it down. We are using a specific glue made for this specific flooring. It needs to be spread with a tile grout trowel. So we'll be spreading that on our plywood and then just rolling our pre-cut floor on top of it. This is the glue.
You can't see it, but it says E-Grip 3 flooring adhesive. Alright, the floor's all glued down. Now I'm just gonna take this heavy, probably 50-ish pound roller and make sure everything's flat, make sure all the air bubbles are pushed out, and make sure all the corners are pushed in. It's another one of those weekends where we are just so happy with all the big visual changes we've got.
Look at our
We are
floor.
thrilled with our beautiful floor. Our door is all finished up for the most part and goes all the way to the ceiling. Looks better outside where it's painted.
Thank you so much for watching this week. We've been having a lot of fun doing these big projects. It's been super hot, but super rewarding. So we appreciate everyone watching and all of your support.
That's all for this week. Bye.
Bye!
I love you.
Love you too.